What's up, family? What's up, family? We back for another episode. This is for veterans by veterans. We want to give a shout out to our new family on LinkedIn. We also want to keep giving a shout out to our Facebook family and also our YouTube family. I'm one of the co-hosts, Michael, and then we got our other co-host, Jamal, and our other guy. He on the way, hopefully. So we were scheduled to have a couple guests, but their connection is kind of bad right now. So they may dip in and out a little bit later. So we'll kind of see if that happens. But Jamal, man, how your week been going, man?
It's been going pretty good. Same old, just working, grinding. But I gotta give it up to you, man. I saw those pictures, man, with those young men. Look like they is excited about football season and the start that you guys have put ahead, man. I gotta get that shout out to you guys, man.
Seems like y'all man. Appreciate it, man. I got a good young group, man. And every year I always say that. Like I can't remember having a bad group. I've always had a good group. I always tell them what the expectations are. I always tell them, what we're going to do to achieve those expectations, and then what they can expect from me day in and day out. And that's putting in that work, W-E-R-K, not O-R-K, work, Okay. And so now, man, those young men, man, they've taken it. Like it's literally on autopilot right now, and we are a year ahead of schedule. Like that's what shocked me, man. Is we're a year ahead of schedule, and they've taken the bull by the horns, and yeah, man. Like my job is easy.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So hey, how did the storm affect you all? A little bit or a lot?
A little bit. I mean, I got caught driving in a little bit of it, but not too much. I mean, we didn't get as much as I initially thought we was going to get. So that was good. That's good.
Right. I think we got. I don't know if it was from either, man, but we got some wind and some rain from somewhere, man. Mm-hmm. It was kind of crazy for a couple of days. But that's Florida for you though, man.
Okay.
But there you go. There you go.
What's up with it? What it do? Hey, man, I pulled a damn Roscoe last night at the bar. Man, double shot of Hennessy, splash of Sprite. Drip. I thought I'd be smart. Yeah, I thought I'd be smart. Give me two of them so I ain't got to wait in line no more. Man, boy, I tell you.
That was my motto back in the day. I didn't want to wait in line, so just go ahead and give me mine now.
Man, God, please, boy.
Hey, what was that song back in the day? Tag team back again.
Back again, kick it. Let's begin.
Whoop,
Exactly.
Child, man, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
Hey, man. So how was your week last week, Walt? Man, how was your week?
Man, this is the end of the week, so it got better. You know what I'm saying? The heat was out in the house, so I'm staying in hotel rooms and stuff. And stop flipping out because I ain't used to nobody knocking at my doors. Housekeeper, and like, what the? Yeah, I got to remember where I'm at and all that stuff. Yeah, that kind of messed with me a little bit, but yeah. They came and fixed the air, got a new unit, everything, man. Now I'm chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels good.
Hey, man, you ain't looking like Jingling on live no more, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
No, not Jingling, bro.
Hey, so we were like I was saying earlier, man. We were supposed to have some guests on, but they driving through some through the
Dead
backwoods
zone.
right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they'll get to their destination and they can jump on before we get off. But if not, it's cool, man. We'll catch up with them later.
Right.
But fella, I just wanted to talk about, not to keep us, all day, man, but just kind of talk about 9/11. This is the 20th year
Wow.
anniversary. And if y'all can go back in your mental Rolodex and kind of, just kind of share some stuff, maybe if you remember what was going on that day, how that day went, because all of us, we were in prior to 9/11, so we remember how the world was, and and just how the military operated, which was different than after 9/11, man. So if if y'all just want to talk about that a little bit, we'll start with the last one in. Walt.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna
this
say
whole
nothing what you just said, neither. I ain't even.
it's been surreal, man. Hearing some of the some of the people talking about 9/11 that was like born during that time. I'm like, man, it's been that long ago. So um that's a trip. But remembering it, uh I remember I was in Colorado and things went haywire, man. People were like watching TV like close, like huddled up together, real quiet, base locked down. Uh, I don't know why, with planes flying, jets flying over the place and everything. And uh, I don't know why. I was just kind of like scared, like what the world finna happen? What they finna do with us? Uh, Not understanding exactly what Taliban was, all that, who, everything going on, man. But haven't had the opportunity of meeting anyone affected by 9/11 directly. I haven't honestly even met anyone who's had family there, so I haven't been able to give my condolences directly to the families and the people that lost family members and friends of that. And yeah, so everything I know, I've seen on television. I haven't got to talk to anyone. Um, so a tragic moment in history. Can't believe it's been 20 years already. Uh, Let you know I'm getting old now, getting on up there. But yeah, some memories, man. Some memories.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
All right, Jamal. What about you, man?
I got a whole bunch of like I guess conflicting thoughts. First thing I'm thinking is, wow, I can't believe it's been 20 years
Yeah.
that has happened. And then I also remember how our world changed so fast after that moment. Like I don't know if we were divided as a country as badly as we are right now at that point, but I know we was kind of wishy washy with it. But after that point, for at least a couple of years, we was on the same team. Everybody was joining hands, and we were whoever was coming to get us, we was coming to see them, and we were together as a country. So that is definitely being missed right now. And then I just remember just how we operated in the military a lot, like all the stuff the way that we trained, and the way, as far as the United States go, the way that we traveled and all that stuff changed that day immediately, and it was just like Walt was saying, the fear of okay, what's to come, where are we getting ready to go, who are we getting ready to retaliate against, how could this have happened here, and then also having having a day to reflect yesterday. Just all the lives that was lost and the stories of bravery. So it's my mind just kind of goes all over the place when you're talking about 9/11 because it was so much in such a short period of time, and then here we are looking at it 20 years later, and just wow, man. That's all I really have. I want to, of course, continue to give my condolences and my support to the families in any way that I can that have lost someone. First responders, military, all of those guys. So definitely have that to think about. But then also where we're at now as opposed to where we were back then as a country is kind of worrisome too. At least back then it seemed like the attack was from outside, and right now it seems like we're just fighting each other. So kind of conflicting, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just think it was on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I was talking to one of the guys that I coach with, and we were talking about 9/11. And so every year that I've been part of the school system, I always throw it out there to history teachers. Like, if you want to know what it was like, you want your students to know what it was like, man, just reach out to me, because I was on vacation when 9/11 hit. Wow. I was in Georgia getting ready for a football game. As a matter of fact, I think it was a Thursday because Bamers versus Cairo was that Friday night. And I think it was the first time they had played in some years or something like that, or maybe not. No. Let me take that back. Normally my cousins and I, we all get together for that weekend. And so go home and I wake up and I remember my grandmother, she was like, "Oh, Lord." And everybody yelling in the house, like, turn on the TV. And then that's when I turn the TV on and I see boom, boom, and I'm like, man, it's probably just a movie, somebody making some stuff up, and then maybe like everybody, civilians, everybody was going crazy, and I remember I traveled over to Cairo. And everybody was going crazy, man. There were so many people that were in the grocery stores just buying up everything, man. And everybody was trying to get as much gas as they could get. And I got a phone call from Sergeant Simmons. He was like, "Pat, where you at?" I said, "I'm in Georgia." He said, "I know you're in Georgia, but," he said, "Man, we can't find your leave paperwork." And I said, I said, it's there, I said, it's there, you just well, somebody had done, took my leave paperwork out, and just so happened I had a copy, and so somebody had took it, and I guess it got lost or whatever. I don't know. But I had a copy, and
as long as you got your copy.
He was like, "Man, you got to go to the nearest base and sign in." So the nearest base for me was Fort Benning. So I leave, I go to Fort Benning, I sign in, and then the guy was like, "Man, you gonna be good, man. This gonna wash over in a couple hours." And he was like, "Where you at?" I said, I'm out in Fort Carson." He was like, "Oh yeah, bro, you gonna be back there in about 48 hours."
You should get on the plane now.
Yeah, you can be back there in about 48 hours, man. And 48 hours, I was sitting back in Fort Carson, man, bag packed, and I was like, man, what's going on? Like, what's going to happen or whatever, And I remember, you hear all these stories. Man, 329 going, or what we, 3rd Brigade? 3rd Brigade rolling out, and then you hear, man, well, y'all gonna go replace this and you gonna go replace that, because I was kind of in the information loop back then, so I kind of hear from a couple different places. And then I remember they came and told us we were gonna be on this detail, and could nobody come in because the base was locked down. Could nobody come in, and I remember they put us at the back gate, and I remember, I don't know if y'all remember, Dave, I think you were gone then, but all our stuff was at the, you was there? All our stuff was at the SNA. Everything was at the SNA, and I was like, well, man, why can't I just keep it in my car? Because, we had some thieves. Man, and then I just remember, man, I remember we did that that detail. I don't know, man, till I got out. Damn. We were doing that detail, and then checking all the vehicles and stuff like that, and I always got with it was an E5. He was like, oh man, you the motor pool guy. So listen, man, you just make sure all the soldiers know what they doing. And dude would always dip out on me, So I don't know what he was doing, but he would always dip out and leave me in charge.
Great, dude.
And then I remember I had another sergeant. He came. He was like, no, I remember I told Sergeant Simmons, I was like, Simmons, man, this dude keep leaving me every day. I said, something pop out what I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. He was like, bat, drop to the ground and let it fire. Well, then he ended up on the detail with me. He ended up on the detail with me, man. And then, man, listen, from that point on, man, it was all like Donkey Kong with him.
Yeah,
man. So, and I, in 9/11, man, I know a lot of people, lost their lives, and and a lot of people, like, the world just changed. The crazy thing about it, later I started working for a company who was the only company, I was working for Prime America. They were the only company that paid all of their claims. So every person that had insurance claims with this company, they were the only one to pay out all the money. Wow. So I found out a lot, man, over the past 20 years. I found out a lot, man. Companies that we see on TV right now, they did not pay out their death policies, man, to a lot of those families.
Wow. Yeah.
And they've gotten even richer, over the years. Like some of the, even my kids will never know what it's like to fly. You remember back in the day when you were gonna fly, we just plane leave at 10 o'clock. We pull up 9:45, 9:40, just enough time to use the bathroom, get on the plane, and you out.
That's it. Out of there.
Now the first time I flew, no, you can't. I tried it the first time I flew after 9/11. I remember I get there early. I got there like 45 minutes early. That's what I was thinking, and I ended up missing my plane.
You remember your family used to be able to walk you to the gate too.
Yes.
Yeah. Your family used to be able to come to the gate to you, hug you and everything, and get on the plane. Right. Yep.
We can't do that no more, man. But
Right.
dude, I almost ran out of gas because my story is kind of similar to yours, Pat. I wasn't on leave though. I know it was toward the end of the week. I probably should go back and look it up, but it was sports PT, and I just show y'all know I showed out. But anyways, I got back home, and then back then we had BDUs. You had to iron your BDUs and make sure you look halfway decent when you came to work. I had the TV on.
Polish your boots.
You polish boots and everything.
Polish the boots. Yo, God.
I had the TV on, but I had it on mute, and I was just ironing my BDU top. And I saw the first plane going to the trade center. I'm like, and I think Spider-Man or something was getting ready to come outside. I was like, oh, this must be a trailer. I was like, damn, that look real. This gonna be dope. This gonna be legit. And I keep ironing, and then I see the second one. I said, damn, this is the longest trailer ever. Let me turn up the sound. And that's when I heard what was going on. And I was like, wow. So I, threw everything on. And then I started trying to call, and I couldn't get through. You couldn't get through to anybody on pole because they was calling out, trying to find out where everybody was. And all that stuff.
Yeah. I remember that. They held the movie. Yeah.
Huh?
They held that movie up. I remember now.
Yeah. And I start hauling tail toward Fort Carson. So I was like DL Hewlett back then. I just needed just enough gas to get to where I'm going. I don't need to fill up the tank. Bruh. Yeah. I was in that line trying to get on post for like 4 hours. I almost ran out of gas. Cause you remember when they was letting people in, but they searched your car, fully searched the car. Right. Everything had to be opened up. They had the mirrors going up under there. They had dogs, the whole 9 yards. They was not playing. So by the time I get on post, I still almost ran out of gas because I was trying to hurry up and get to the SNA first. I figured if I ran out of gas, at least somebody could help me get a gas can. But I get to the SNA and I go to hit up, my supervisor, first on and them, and they like, just go home. And I was like, looking at them like, man, okay, but what are we gonna do? That and kind of mad because somebody could have told me this. Proud of me. Wasting my But at the same time, like you said, Pat, I was like, okay, so what's next? Like, what are we getting ready to do? And it was all kind of rumors for like at least the next few. It was rumors for the next like 6 months going on. Yeah. Who's going here? Who's going out the door? Who's deploying? Who's not? And then all kind of training kicked off. So. Yeah, definitely changed the world, but changed our world dramatically within the matter of hours.
Right, because I think we went back to NTC again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say we went back to NTC again, and that was my fourth. I think that was my fourth time going in 2 years. And I was like, man, I do not want to see this place ever again in life. And for you all that don't, they were more than that, 5 times.
I got 6, so I know you've been there more than that. And I left. I got 6, and I left and went to Korea and came back. I know you got more than 5, 4, 5. Wow. You might have 8. You might have,
yeah, I might.
Because we was doing back to back.
We were doing back to back. No less than 60 days. Yeah. Every time I went, it was a guaranteed 60 days for me, man. So
wow.
And I remember we went. I remember one time we went, came back, went to Pinyon Canyon. Came back, went to NTC, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. I know it was some rotations in there where we was like, bro, we just left. Why we just stay here? Just stay here.
Right.
Mode training, yeah. Mode training. Yeah,
because I had I was up for something, man. I needed like one more day or something, they were telling me, and then I was gonna get some kind of pay or something because I had been gone for 90 days, and it was 60, 60, and I did a 30. So what was that? 120, 150. So I spent 150 days out of, I think it might have been 160, 170 days. I spent 150 days out in the field. You know, and y'all were doing y'all 30-day rotations, coming and going.
I was complaining at 45. So when you say 60, 65, I'm gonna be quiet. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna shut up.
No, now walk with 30. Walk, get off the bus.
Yeah, remember they used to have us lined up and what bus you getting on? And I just remember sitting there looking at them, looking sad, boy. Man, you need me today? Yeah, man, I'm up out here. You know, and the people that was leaving trying not to smile, they trying not to cheese up on you. Yeah, man, y'all gonna be all right though, man. I had everything we gonna have the party ready for you when you get back. We got you. Then they get on that bus and that smile come, man.
Got you, man. So the first time I went, they got me. I ain't even gonna lie. They got me so good, man. You know, but after 9/11 when we went, that probably I took it serious the first time I went. And I was serious every time, but not like that. Then that last time I went, man, like I was like, okay, that's probably it right here. You know, so we gotta be cross all our T's, dot all our I's, and like every day was like a serious day. Every day was like a serious day. Probably my toughest time out there. Just because you just didn't know. You just didn't know. And I remember we went to the range quite often, so my shot, every time I went, man, my shot group got tighter and tighter.
We didn't go to that type range. We went to a live fire, different type range than just qualifying.
Live fire.
Like we were rushing in and stuff like that with live fire.
Right.
And it changed how you trained at NTC too, because we did a lot of that Cold War stuff before 9/11, and after 9/11, it turned into they started building those urban, the buildings, the mock towns, and you had to go in there and how you gonna handle that situation. You went from Cold War stuff to some house to house type of deal. So it changed how we trained immediately. So
wow. Interesting. 9/11, man. Never forget. Can't hear y'all. Y'all still there?
I can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I think Pat froze.
Pat froze up on us.
Yeah. But I mean, hopefully, just as everything went down yesterday, hopefully we could have put our differences aside, at least for one day, and try to remember the people that lost their lives, and try to remember how we reacted as a country. We definitely was a lot more unified due to those tragic events. We were definitely everybody was on the same team at least that day, or at least a few years after that. So
right, because I remember every time I wore my BDU somewhere, somebody would open the door for me. Somebody would pay for my meal. They would get gas for me, and I'm like, man, where all this was before, like I'm about to put my life on the line. This what it takes to get a little bit of, gratitude and stuff. And I never forget. It was a 7-Eleven I don't know if y'all remember. I had moved up to uh, right behind that school. It was an all white apartment complex, and there was a school right in front of it. And at the bottom of the hill, it was on top of the hill, and at the bottom of the hill was a 7-Eleven. I can't remember the name. Academy.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, I
it
know
made,
you, man.
yeah, and so, man, every time I went in there, man, like somebody would open the door for me. Oh, thank you for your service, and you get all that, and the guy in there, oh man, you don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's on the house,
Yeah, somebody
and I
took care of
I
you.
was like, yeah, somebody, took care of me, man, and I was like, that should have been an everyday thing, like,
Hmm.
we put our lives on the line, not for anything monetary. Like it's just something that's in us. I do believe it's just something that's in us that make us different. To go and do that. Like we all probably had different reasons of why we came into the military, into the army, but there was still something different about us. Because I still remember the first time going to NTC. And before that, you got to go through this whole prep and you got to sign your toe tag. That's when it got real for me then at that point, you know, and then your toe tag, you had to carry inside your BDU. They gave you this little pouch. You had to put all that stuff in. So it went with you everywhere you went, so that's when it got real for me, man. And so even now, looking back and I get opportunity to share these stories with some kids, because all the kids I'm mentoring and coaching right now, none of them were born during that time.
Wow.
They came 2006, 5. So the world that we live in right now, this is all they know. My oldest daughter, she was born in 2000. She can't even remember. But we remember, and like you had said earlier, Jamal, our condolences still go out to those families, the police officers, the firefighters, the
EMT,
people,
first
staff,
responders, all
EMT,
of that.
first responder, yeah, the staff,
People just
you
being on the street,
janitors,
just trying to make sure you was good, man. I mean, just with some
right?
good people out there trying to do the right thing, man.
Trying to do the right thing, man. And then, for the people that were actually in those planes, and to the Let's Roll crew, they took it down, man. And so I think people today, man, we as a country, we forget that people don't like us, man. Like people around the world just don't like us. And we forget that, and we let little small stuff like a mask, like a mask, get in the way, like vaccinations. Oh, I don't want to get vaccinated. It's my right. You got other countries, man. You ain't got no rights, man. We got men versus women. You got poor versus rich. You got all this, and in other countries, a woman can't even speak. She can't even say nothing. A man, if you're not part of a certain hierarchy, you don't have no rights to do nothing. You just fall in line. You in other countries, you can't have but one kid. And if you end up having more than one kid, they kid or they sell that kid or put that kid in the military. Like we got it so good here that we don't understand how good we got it. So we fight over little petty stuff. Entitled, man. That's what it is. And I know we can go race black and white. Yeah, but still as black, we still got it pretty good, man. I've been to some other countries, man, where it ain't good. And so I wake up every day. God bless the USA.
Mm.
You know,
When you
'cause
think
I
about
can go
where you got to come from to go to Baghdad, Iraq for a better way of life. Like, where are you from? And you come
right,
here for a better way of life? Are you serious?
right,
And this is, a war going on right now with a tyrant leader here, and you came here. That means there's someplace much, much worse than the
Mm.
way Iraq Baghdad was before. It's amazing. Mhm.
right.
Mm.
But what we'll be fighting over that mask, man. Like we'll go to war over that mask right now. We'll go to
Over that
war over
mask.
that
Bruh.
vaccination shot right now. We'll go to war over it right now, right here. You
Mm.
know,
Or,
and
or
I
or some
understand.
perceived idea. I mean, because January 6th still fresh in my mind. So I mean, and we weren't even talking about we weren't even talking
Right.
about man as prominent as we doing right now. We was
Right.
talking about election that was stolen, and there was no evidence, and people still went and almost tore the building up, almost and killed people.
Right.
Right.
And
You
It's
know,
we still and there's still an argument today. It's still I don't think they rioted. They were just voicing their displeasure with the no, y'all
Yeah.
right.
So Officer Sicknick just had that a coming, huh?
Right.
right,
Right.
Wow.
right.
It
Yeah.
You
was
know,
totally different than the riots in Baltimore and Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
not the same thing. Right. Stupid, man. It's so
Unreal.
dumb.
Unreal. Yeah,
And we
and we
sit here
can't we can't
arguing.
comprehend. Like, we can't comprehend why they're taking down these Confederate statues, but it makes no sense why we pay homage to a person who was killed by a police officer with his knee on his neck for what,
right,
9 minutes? Yeah, we no understanding of that.
Damn near 10.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. And another thing, people don't get that those Confederates, it's the same as the Taliban. Like they don't
Terror.
get that. It's the same as the
Right there.
Taliban. That's it right there. Terrorists.
Mm.
Right there.
So those Confederate soldiers are in the same boat as the Taliban. So if you saw what the
Right there.
Taliban did on 9/11, if you saw what Osama bin Laden did, what he orchestrated, that was the same as the Confederate Army back in the day. And who,
Right.
who was the President Jefferson Davis? He's the equivalent to Osama bin Laden.
Ooh,
So all that heritage
Exactly.
that you got going on that they be saying right now, it's the same thing. So just
But
like
Pat,
Afghanistan, go ahead.
that's when America was great, Pat. That's when
what?
America was great.
I just want to
That's
see them
that's
Taliban flags flying.
Hold on. Hold on.
I can't
Not
wait.
for my great granddad, it wasn't great.
yeah,
Exactly.
that's where the real hats come from. That's why that's what they mean. They might as well go and say it.
Right. It was great for
Oh
them.
yeah.
Not for my great
Yeah.
granddaddy, because that heat was hot back then.
Right.
Bro, you
You
don't even
know,
have to go back to great. That's the messed up
Nah,
part.
man, I didn't.
You
Yeah.
can go shoot
granddaddy.
shit, you can go to your grandparents.
Yeah,
Grandparents right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You go to
granddaddy.
great
You know,
grandparents, they really felt it. You don't even have to go past your great grandparents.
Right.
right, right.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember
It's
I
just
remember my grandmother, she would tell me about my granddaddy. He used to go and work, and I think it was a quarter a day. He would make a quarter a day, and he was able to take care. They had 10 kids, 6 passed away, 4 passed away at childbirth, and they raised 6 kids, quarter a day, and then, if you even if you just go financially, you know, the what you got to go through. So I'll use myself for example. My granddad had a 6th grade education. My mom got to first year. She graduated high school. I got a I got a bachelor's degree. Took me 9 years. I got a bachelor's degree. My oldest daughter, she's in college. My second daughter in college. My third daughter, she don't know what it's not like. Like she knows she going to college.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she knows she going to college. So if you look at that, that's in a matter of 41 years. Okay. If you go back to my grand, let's say 60 years, that's a 60-year window, you know. Well, that's what we call the wealth gap, you know. So if the first time that somebody in my family purchased a home would have been my granddad, if he purchased a home, and then let's say my mom, she purchased a home, and then let's say I purchased one, well, my daughter, she may not purchase a home, you know, because she don't want to live like that, you know. Or let's go back to the housing crisis in 2008. A lot of my mom age and our age people that had homes, they lost them. You know, so that's where that wealth gap comes into effect, you know, and a lot of us, we just don't have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 laying around to where we can just go drop it, you know. And I know we started off on the 9/11, you know, and
I
we
know.
give
you know, it goes there. You know, there's when you put a ripple in the ocean or whatever, it goes and it keeps
right.
going. It'll come to this. Yeah,
And
if you
that's
keep
why I
going,
put in
it's
the
gonna come to
title.
this.
I put in the title from an African American veteran perspective, you know, because
Right.
nobody ever hears our side and what we're going through and what we talking about. You know, nobody ever hears that, you know. And so I told a lady the other day, we were, I was at a game and they were doing the national anthem. And I just kind of stood there, you know, and kind of collected my thoughts or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, you know, you should take your hat off and you should put your hand over your heart." And I looked at her and I said, "Did you fight for this country?" She said, "No." So I took out my veteran ID. I said, "I did." So I have the right to do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. Because I shed blood for this country. And I said, the only other person that can tell me different is somebody who has done that. And so if you haven't done that, you can't say anything to me about that.
And here go the kicker right here though. She got the right to do the same damn thing.
Same thing. I fought for that. We fought for that.
Yeah. Just America. You don't get to come tell me, oh, well, you should. No, if I don't want to stand up, I don't have to stand up. That's my right.
That's your right.
That's my right.
Even if you have the right, be prepared for the consequences of the right of the other person.
Exactly.
Right. That's what we fought for, man. Freedom of speech.
Yeah, right.
Do you? Because I'm damn sure gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. Right. So you go ahead and do you. As long as I ain't bothering nobody, don't come over here messing with me. You don't know what I've done. You don't know. You assume 9 times out of 10, you look at me and be like, "Oh, I think I know this guy. He probably ain't." You know. Oh, okay. Keep that to yourself. That ain't none of my business. Just get home by your business. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of times I want to make on the spot corrections. I'll be walking around here. Take your damn head off. Pull your pants up. Put your belt on. That ain't none of my damn business. I don't even bother people with that mask, the mask stuff. When they run around here with no mask on, try to get. The only time I say something is when you get in my face or my face. My wife. Hey, hold on, man. Back up. What was wrong with you? I've been vaccinated. Okay, I've been vaccinated too. You still can pass it. You still can catch it again. Back up.
Right.
Damn, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Get your, we got this thing in this country called personal space. Back up.
Personal space. You gotta be like Derrick Henry going through folks these days.
Exactly. How did I know you was gonna bring up some Alabama players? I knew it was coming.
Hold on, you got it. You know, when Derrick Henry come through, he hit him with that Bernie Mac. Yeah, I hit him.
Hey, speaking of which, I just like to say on another note, I know this ain't on the topic, but as far as us in Florida State go, I just like to say that we shooting for the tailgate this year. We trying to win the tailgate. We gonna readdress everything in the off season, but we going for winning the tailgate this year. So we got beer can chicken coming. We got ribs. We got chicken wings. Matter of fact, Willie Taggart, you more than welcome to come back. Come on back, because we can't even beat Jacksonville State. So
yeah,
that was sad, man. Look, I fell asleep on the game last night. So it was 17-7. I saw Jackson State got the interception, and then FSU defense came out and showed up. I saw, man, the game over with. I turned, started looking at a movie, and fell asleep. I wake up.
Obviously, you and the defense fell asleep. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
man.
Man, look, I wake up.
The movie done went off, and so my TV to click back to the previous channel. Yeah. It clicked back. I see Jacksonville State jumping around. I'm like, man, what is a good dream? Yeah, like I still think I'm dreaming. And then I called my cousin. I just had this dream that Jacksonville State beat FSU, and he hung up the phone on me, man. Because I'm a he thought I was joking, man. I wasn't. So now by that time, I got the crust out my eyes. I'm looking. I'm like, man, how did they lose that game? How did you lose the game? Them jokers was on lock, man. Like, you right, defense fell asleep.
Well, I was in here like over and over again. Yeah. I said, man, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I said, man, I know Davis.
Don't watch you no more. Click.
Yeah, I said, man, I know it's too early for me to say it. I know Davis is hot.
Hey man, look, I'm just gonna put this out there, okay?
Oh, here you go.
We gonna put the applications out there so you can join the bandwagon, okay? We bring them double-decker buses. Y'all jump in the band, man. Y'all just jump on the wagon, man.
I think
we'll take it, man. It's a 3-year commitment. It's a 3-year commitment.
I got a whole state to choose from. So I'm
you want to choose from down there. Hey, you don't want to choose from down there. Miami almost got beat yesterday.
Hey, I ain't talking about Miami, and I can't do Gainesville. I can't do that one. So I think I'm gonna go over there with that UCF. Do it. Hey, look, let's represent. Nah, I can't mess with them Gators.
Hey, them Gators, they got a whooping coming this week.
Yeah, we gotta play them.
That big elephant coming through this week, boy. That big elephant coming through there, boy.
Oh,
that big elephant out early, boy. He gonna be coming in.
Hey, and I'll be right there rooting for them elephants because I'm not a Gators fan, man. And
the Gators fan.
Hell no. I remember me and my stepdad almost fell out over that one time, man. Yeah, man. We in there in Florida State all these years, and all of a sudden, Fred Taylor look good this year. Oh man, hey, you gotta get out, Pop. You gotta go. We can't have you up in here. Nah.
Yeah,
Fred Taylor, man. If you don't get your ass, and that's the year that they stomped us too. They beat the brakes off us. Damn, Fred Taylor was running all over the place. So yeah. Pops almost got put out the house, man. Fred Taylor, get your ass out of here.
Hey, we got to do a show about this week, man, about the collapse of Florida State, man. We got to talk about it.
Oh wow,
we got to talk about it, man. The collapse, man.
Texas too.
I don't think I'm gonna be.
Ohio State.
I ain't gonna be over there do the Florida State collapse show. Nah, I can't do that one. Hey, cuz I took the hit this time, so cuz need to come back and do the collab show.
Hey, a lot of them fell off, man.
Yeah. Ohio State. That right. Ohio State got beat. Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
It don't matter if Ohio State get beat though. Ohio State get beat every year, and they still put them in the damn championship game every time. It don't. They put them in the playoff every year. They get the brakes beat off on sometime. They still, well, you know, we think they deserve it.
Okay. somebody got some family over there. So
I don't think they're gonna make it on. Them and Notre Dame.
And Notre Dame, yeah. We already talked about Notre Dame.
And then they get the brakes beat off them every year. At least just throw another SEC, man.
It's like that kid with the rich daddy or something.
Yeah.
Put my boy out there. Put my boy out there. All right, go on out there. Put him up there.
Look, it's just like now in high school football, man. I can go to a game and I can see, especially at quarterback, this joker terrible. I said, oh yeah, boy. He a big time booster, boy. Daddy a big time booster, boy.
Yeah.
That joker he laying the bread down. Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. This joker's supposed to be out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but to each his own, If Joe put some money in my pocket, I'll probably have him starting too.
Have him starting. Oh, snap.
I have started.
That Hellcat, boy. You be like, boy, get in there. Go get in there. Boy,
get in there. This my car payment this month. Boy, you better show out. Boy.
I had a tiger.
Well, he missed 12 tackles. He gonna get it. I'm telling you. It takes a little time. He gonna get it. Yeah. He keep dropping the ball. He gonna get it. Just give him a little time. He gonna get it. He got good stop. Good stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But look,
good at conditioning though.
He good.
That boy good.
Good and terrible.
Exactly.
Man. But look, man, we done been on here, man, for a good little minute, man. We're gonna have to get off, man. Y'all wanna, leave with some final words of thoughts or?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to LSU and New Orleans Saints, man. All of what's going on in Louisiana from Hurricane Ida, and all the families affected by that. Still pulling for y'all, man. Still praying, and everyone affected indirectly or directly from 9/11, and all the service members that went before us, man. My condolences.
Amen to that, Jamal. I definitely will piggyback on that, especially to those families of those first responders, families of those good citizens that was just trying to make sure people were safe, and ended up paying the ultimate sacrifice. Yesterday was the time to remember that stuff, put all our differences aside, and while we're having those differences put aside, maybe have some conversation of how much alike we are as opposed to how different we are. And some of the values and the ideas that we all share. And maybe we can get back to a decent place if we do that. So that's all I got, brother.
With you on that. I want to dedicate this show to Dr. Michael Lewis and Felix Johnson, Cal Thomas. I want to dedicate the show to them. We lost both of them over the past week through COVID. Felix and I, we grew up in the church together, We go way back, man. I can't remember a time that I didn't know him, And when I got out of the military, I started working at this company called Torrington. And, he kind of helped me, him and another guy by the name of Keith Brown kind of helped me adjust because going from military working to going to this civilian working, and you got to make these quotas. It was a little bit different for your boy. It was a little bit different, But man, God always put people in your life, and you wonder, like, you get somewhere, and man, there go that person again, and definitely want to condolences to his family. His family and my family are very close, so want to give condolences to Felix Johnson, aka Bernard. And then to Dr. Michael Lewis, he was a teacher in the Decatur County school system. He graduated a year before I did. He lost his battle with COVID within like the last week and a half. I think he was just like teacher of the year in the county. So he used to when I co-founded our youth football organization in the city of Bainbridge. He used to come and referee our games for free. There was some years back, man, because we ain't have no money. And he would come out there and referee the games for free and talk to the kids and stuff like that, man. So definitely big losses to the community. So, hey, man, if you're not vaccinated, go get vaccinated. Keep your mask on, put some gloves on, wash your hands, man. Preserve your life. That's all I got. God bless you, and we love you.